they're in that phase where they're wondering right now. They're wondering because the mask has fell off. And now they have to reflect back to the energy that they were sending you the whole time. Jealousy and enviness, when they were trying to send that towards you, you sidestepped their tactics at every turn. And now they have to face the true reality of things to see themselves with the mirrored reflection of that moon energy. Because you let go and walked away. And that's what made their mask be seen. Clutching and clutching, and now they're wondering how to get back in. But you've left them to their own devices because you ain't fucking around no more. You ain't fucking around with bullshit, narcissistic tendencies within other people because they're not prepared to go into the depths of themselves in hermit mode or metamorphosis to see what they need to see to fix themselves. That's why you're moving on to better things. That's why you're taking it on the chin the way you're taking it on the chin, because you're out here reaping the rewards and benefits to your own reality, an orb in the air. You're reaping your rewards, and this is your era and winning season, and you're not playing around anymore because you're sitting on your throne. You're calling your power back from all people, places and things that your energy shouldn't even have been in them places in the first place. It's your winning season, the Emperor, standing tall in your own light, in your own authenticity, in your own power, not playing into manipulative tactics when these people wanted to use and abuse you. And they're feeling very wounded right now. They're feeling wounded right now. And so they should be. Because they wanted you to be in the wounded energy. They wanted you to be wounded. They wanted you to be feeling a certain type of way about yourself, but you didn't. You come out here and rebirthed something within your own energy. Heart-centered, spoke your truth, and created the timeline that you wanted to create, and birthed what you wanted to birth. Because you had been in this for far too long to allow other people to think that they're going to come and think that they're going to try and distract you from the main game. Because you're in the energy of freedom, and the wheel is now spinning in your favour. It's now turning in your favour. And now they can all sulk and cry and weep. But they have to do the work. They're going to have to do the work. And if they don't, my goodness, that will be a very tough time. That will be a very tough time whenever they decide not to, if they decide not to do the work, because there's only one way out of this. There's only one way out of this era. And it has to be through death. Because if you're not prepared to change and rise with the frequencies and stay in your stubbornness, then Spirit's going to deal with you accordingly. Spirit will deal with you accordingly. To the greed, to the theft, to what you did, to try and stop those who are chosen. And you were patient while all this was taking place. You were patient. You chose patience while they tried to use power or choose power. But they didn't have the power because you waited and waited and waited and allowed Spirit to show you the masks. And now you receive this. You're receiving the abundance for staying present with yourself because you did the work on yourself, and now your wish is coming true. And now they're walking away crying. They're walking away crying. And so they should be. Because you gotta fuck around to find out. And you're not playing into manipulative tactics anymore by anybody. Because you've already been in this game for far too long. So why would you even lower yourself or lower your frequency for other people and what they think that they're going to be doing behind the scenes towards you? I don't think so. You've climbed your highest mountain. You've put in the countless hours and work into yourself. And you showed these people it didn't matter what you did to come against us. You showed them and you would face the darkness. You would face the shadow aspects of themselves in yourself. You can't fuck around and treat people like crap all the time and think it's not going to fucking backfire on you. It's going to fucking backfire and it's going to bite you really hard. Going around in the same cycles, trying to bring people into the same cycles that you've already worked through. Trying to use the same word spells against the chosen. It doesn't work. You've been seen for who you are. They've been seen for who they are. While you're out here in purity, you've got a pure heart. You've a pure heart, and they tried to come against your pure heart. They tried to come against the purity of your own heart. They lowered their own energy by coming against a pure-hearted soul. Trying to siphon the magic that you held, but they couldn't. They failed every attempt. They failed the attempts to try and siphon your frequency and energy, because you were connected to the cosmic heart of source, and they knew that. And they knew that from when you were a child. But that's why Spirit brought you on that healing path and healing journey to heal yourself. Bringing your masculine and feminine back into balance. Taking things slow and allowing the universal energies to show up in your favour. Deludedness. They don't know how to move. Because they use the same tactics over and over again. And try to put the same frequency onto you again, but your aura feels it. So you see ya, out the door. See ya, boom, out the door. See ya, don't want to know ya, bye. Because you're just staying present with yourself. And you don't need to do anything to anything. You just let it play out. You just let it be seen for what it is. Because you've been in for far too long to not realise. And now you realise. Because you know your own tree of life. You know your own tree of life frequency. And you know when somebody else is coming in to try and get into your multi-dimensional self. Or your blueprint. Because it's not theirs. The same circles. Going around in the same circles over and over and over again. When you start to rise, they try to come in and take you down. When you start to rise, they try to slip in. Because they know how powerful you are. Because you're doing you. And when you do you, they don't like it, because they know that you'll shift in a frequency and you leave them behind. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Because you're moving on to better things. And you know there's something better out there for you. Because this is your key to sovereignty. You're tapping into the cosmic heart within yourself and allowing yourself to see the resolution was always you. You could resolve anything, it was always you. Because you tapped into the joy of your own fire and poured into your own chalice and rose like the fucking phoenix. And you'll rise like the phoenix every fucking time. And it doesn't matter how many times they try to come against you, you'll always express yourself in the authenticity of who you actually are. And that'll trigger the deep shite within themselves. Yeah. You play around with the energy very easily, very well. And they want to keep going in the same circles. You're just going to stay in that crystalline energy and be your true self. Not fighting, not warring. Just expressing yourself in the playfulness of the dolphin. And allowing the multicolored rainbow colours to come in. So that you can cut the cycle out. And cut the pattern out. And leave them people to their own devices while you claim back your sovereign power. Claiming back your sovereignty, mind, body and soul. Coming in with the same tactics over and over again that you've already worked through. Why on earth would they try and do that? Why would anybody even think in the right mind that they're going to defeat you with the same tactics? Deludedness. If this is you, claim this message. Share it out.